If these tweets are legit, the DNC is on its last leg. One Breitbart writer just revealed new information about the DNC that came straight from Donna Brazile. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and if this information is true, this may very well be the end of the DNC. The Democrats' plan of impeaching Trump isn't looking too good. Stealth Jeff, an internet user, wrote a large series of numbered tweets. In these tweets, we are given information about what is really going on behind the curtain, and if these facts stand to be true, there are a lot of arrests to be made among the Democratic Party. Stealth Jeff may possibly be Brian Crates. Crates was an investigative journal for Breitbart when Andrew Breitbart was still alive. While this whole thing is speculative, it's definitely worth reading, because if it turns out to be true, we could have a real war amongst ourselves on our hands. Stealth Jeff is relaying the narrative that it's a possibility that President Trump knew about Uranium One the whole time. He is speculating that Trump and Sessions have been working together in the background to hold those responsible accountable for their actions. Now that Mueller and Rosenstein may know about the details, they might be working alongside President Trump and Jeff Sessions while they are publicly faking going along with the anti-Trump agenda of the left. The following was written by Stealth Jeff on Twitter. 1. This started either before Trump announced his run for president, or soon thereafter. Someone who knew what happened told him. 2. Someone in the IC, likely military intel, sat Trump down and laid out the entire Uranium One bribery scheme. 3. How all across the breadth of the Obama administration people in high offices took massive bribes to facilitate sale of uranium to Russia. 4. It involved so many people, it compromised so many agencies, the people who did it counted on it never being exposed or prosecuted. 5. The lengths to which they corrupted our government offices to enrich themselves by selling out our country virtually ensured they'd walk. 6. People knew that nobody could talk. The people involved in the scheme are at the highest levels of the American government. 7. So patriots in our government had their hands tied. There was nothing they could do to stop the sale. 8. Even after some of the dirty facts behind Uranium One became known in 2015, it was easily buried, ignored, passed by. 9. Somebody took a chance on Trump. They sat him down, walked him through what happened. Ponder the impossible task being revealed. 10. Even if he wins the election, he'd be taking over a government that had been corrupted and compromised by the previous administration to a 11. degree that was almost unfathomable. How do you go about restoring the U.S. government to what it should be, instead of what it's become? 12. And Trump and his advisors came up with a plan. A brilliant plan. An intelligence operation based on deception. 13. It started during the primaries when Trump began taking every opportunity he could to brag about what good friends he'd be with Putin. 14. Trump literally could not seem to shut up about how awesomely awesome his relationship with Putin was gonna be. 15. It became a running joke, a campaign feature, engendering much hand-wringing and concern among never-Trumpers, including me at the time. 16. Why does Trump keep going out of his way to incessantly brag about the sweet deals he and Putin are gonna do together? 17. But go back and look. During the primaries, during the general election campaign, what happened every time Trump did this Putin act? 18. He literally trolled all the people who took dirty Russian dollar to compromise our national security into attacking him for it. 19. And all he was doing was talking about something he hadn't done yet and would never really do. 20. Literally every single time Trump talked about his good friend Vladimir, Hillary reminded him Putin is not our ally. 21. Obama condescendingly chided Trump for his friendly talk about Putin. Holder was aghast, Lynch was stunned, etc. 22. They fell right into his trap. He talked about doing deals with a guy all these traitors took bribes from to sell uranium to. 23. He's talking about hypothetical deals with Russia and people who took massive Russian bribes on the U-1 deal rushed to attack him for it. 24. What possible excuse are they going to have when the truth comes out? They're not going to have one. He made sure of that. 25. Everything Trump does is calculated for effect. So now you know why he showed all that Putin loved during the campaign. 26. The traitors had no idea what he was really doing and rushed to attack him for merely talking about doing deals with Russia. 27. Then Trump won the election. He and Sessions went to work. Now here's something people overlook or don't understand. Pay attention. 28. All this stuff about uranium 1 we're now just finding out. Trump and Sessions knew about all of this before they were sworn in. 29. Part of the intelligence operation Trump and company are running is you never show what you know, you keep your enemy in the dark. 30. Trump and Sessions knew about all the details of uranium 1 before the election. Who got how much, from who, all of it. 31. How much uranium was being shipped to Moscow, who facilitated that shipping, they already know all of this. 32. They just haven't talked about until now. They pretend they are just now becoming aware of some of this stuff. 33. There was no way they were going to come into office in January and tip all these people off, yeah, hey, we're going after uranium 1. 34. Trump and Sessions know what happened with uranium 1. All the dark, dirty details. Start with that premise, replay the last 9 months. 35. You need to start an investigation where somebody deep dives into uranium 1, but you can't let anybody outside know that. 36. So here's where the second part of the intelligence operation begins. You convince people it's Trump and his team being investigated. 37. All the traitors who facilitated the uranium 1 deal were on high alert after the transfer of power. Will they be sniffed out? 38. Well, not to worry. Almost immediately the new president and his team end up being embroiled in a very public scandal. 39. Trump asks Comey to back off of Flynn, then fires Comey, who leaks memos to the NITS and demands appointment of a special counsel. 40. With the president who bragged about doing deals with Russia, an advisor caught on the phone with the Russian ambassador. 40A. And who briefly for 3 months hired a guy known to be one of the slimiest and dirtiest Russian-connected people in D.C. as his manager. 40B. Of course, now we know after the election it was actually Jared Kushner running the campaign behind the scenes. 40C. While Kellyanne Conway was handling the public PR and media chores. Manafort was brought in as another reason to investigate Trump. 41. Everybody agrees, yeah, great idea. Let's appoint a special counsel to investigate Russian interference in our election. So be it. 42. Jeff Sessions then recuses himself from the Russian investigation. But remember, he already knows everything anyway. 43. Deputy AG Rod Rosenstein then appoints Bob Mueller and tasks him with investigation Russian interference in the 2016 election. 44. Mueller and Rosenstein both already know that Trump and Sessions both know all the details of uranium 1. Got that? 45. Everybody involved in this already knows. Everybody was in on this from the start. Trump, Sessions, Mueller, and Rosenstein. 47. A lot of scenarios go wrong because they start by assuming Trump was clueless, didn't know any of this, Sessions didn't either or. 48. Was part of the uranium 1 cover-up. Same with Mueller and Rosenstein, whom many assumed to be dirty, trying to hide the evidence. 49. An intelligence operation based on deception calls for putting the enemy at ease because they don't understand what you're really doing. 50. So, what do the uranium 1 traitors and DNC media and Democrats think has been going on for the last 8 months? 51. Trump has been staggering on the ropes and desperate trouble trying to avoid a knockout blow as Mueller relentlessly stalks him. 52. The reality. Mueller has been digging even deeper into uranium 1 and into fusion GPS and the Trump dossier. 53. He has found Russian interference in the 2016 election. Do you know what it was? Shall I tell you? 54. He found a massive Russian bribery scheme involving one of the presidential candidates in which she compromised U.S. national security. 55. He also found this self-same candidate illegally funding solicitation of info from Russian government sources to smear the other candidate. 56. And to compound that offense, this candidate also tried to hide her funding of this dossier by using a law firm, which is illegal. 57. The investigation is mostly over. Most of the indictments from the grand juries have been made, sealed. 58. You're all about to witness something that was deemed to be an impossibility. 59. A previous administration that was so corrupt across so many agencies with so many people involved, it made it invincible. 60. Is about to be rolled up. Dozens of people are going to prison. And you know most of the names. 61. Not until the hammer actually falls and all the indictments are unsealed will most people figure out what Trump and his team did. 62. DNC media never had a chance to compromise, thwart the investigation of Uranium-1 and Fusion GPS because they fell for the cover story. 63. It's literally too late at this point to stop what's coming. That window closed weeks ago. 64. Examples will be made out of these people. When Trump and Sessions are done, no one will ever try this kind of treason again. If Stealth Jeff is right about his theory, this might be the end for the Democratic Party. Let's hope and pray that this is finally Hillary Clinton's one-way ticket to the slammer.